Welcome to the Hun Studio. Today, we're painting. Not just any painting, we're continuing this series of paintings here. Several weeks ago, at this point, it's like a couple months ago at this point, we started a kitchen renovation. We had some kitchen, we're renting this house, and he's allowing us to do whatever we want to with it. So one of the first things we did was renovate the kitchen. We ripped out all the doors, we repainted everything, repainted the cabinets, repainted the walls, the whole shebang. It was a great time and actually transformed the look of the place significantly. Also, what that led to is a lot of the cabinets are actually being used now for panels to paint on. And as a matter of fact, these three here are just because I had three of them that are the same, or two that are the same. I cut one down and made it look the same as the rest of them. But I cut three of them down and I painted them all the same to give them I wanted a whole series of paintings. And after the first one, I landed with Darth Vader. And Darth Vader was kind of the kickoff because of Obi-Wan. That's what I was watching at the time. Obi-Wan kicked off Vader, and then today, we're going to paint Boba Fett on the second panel. And actually, it's already done. You can see a little bit over there. But we're going to actually walk you through the process of me painting the thing. Let's go. I decided to draw Boba Fett first before I even started the painting, mostly just to get a decent layout just to get an idea of exactly what it was that I wanted to put on the painting. However, and also secondly, I'm trying to fill up this sketchbook pretty quickly, and drawing anything and everything in the sketchbook just gives me an excuse to fill it up. Just like any other painting that I've done at this size, I've taken the sheet of paper, the reference sheet, and I've actually scribbled on the back of it and just made marks all over with just a regular graphite pencil. And then I used my other painting as reference to size it up and get it just the right size and just lined up proportion. And then with a ballpoint pen, just trace the artwork onto the panel, and the graphite transfers over onto the panel because of the pressure that you apply to the pencil, and then it allows you to give you a good little reference point. This portion is one of my favorite parts because finally you get to start seeing the character come to life. And this is the very first layer, and I'm kind of taking my time you saw the marks that I put on there. I'm trying to trace that effectively with just some white paint, and then going over the top of it with my color-coded paints. And this is where actually, just before this, I had spent a good 15-20 minutes mixing the colors, making my palette, getting that green just right, and making the different variations of browns and the yellow and orange and reds and everything that I used in there. And so I'm sitting here with this beautiful palette and just nothing but open air and opportunity just before the painting starts. Now is a good time to take a break. I'm actually at we're gonna call it the ugly phase of the painting, because, I mean, after the first coat, you slap it on, you can see all the brush strokes, you can see straight through the paint. And I'm using like a mid-quality paint, not quite like professional good stuff, so it's gonna take a couple of layers to build up. And with this being the very first layer, it's just not cute. So we gotta build it up a little bit. Actually, I kind of want to take the time to show you the setup on how I like to go about doing these things. Okay, quick little thing here, actually. I like to sit here in this little dining chair. This is where I paint, right here, yes. And then I've just got this little thing here. It's a nightstand. It used to be a nightstand, now it's my painting station. So I just have my palette with all my colors here. My little paint's thrown quite everywhere. A colored reference, a black and white reference. Some brushes with the paint brushes and water, and I mean, that's it. It's really simple. And I also have plugged in right here a hairdryer, so I can just kind of speed up the drying process and just crank out some art. Okay, and I get to look out the window at the beautiful Mini Cooper right there. Yeah, it's a good time. And then I play music over here in the editing studio. And that's it. That's how I paint. While I paint these little intricate poppin' highlights, I also want to take the time to thank you for my patrons. I do have one patron, and if you want to add to that extensive growing list of patrons, I have a Patreon, link in the description. Check it out. You can donate up to as little as $1, and it'll help with these little projects here so that I can just keep pumping out some awesome banging paintings. This might actually be my favorite painting that I've done in the studio. And actually I've done a couple of them. I don't have them all hung up. I'm working on getting shelves here. I gotta put maybe like 4 or 5 of these little shelves, but I'm gonna put these all the way down this wall, this little section, so that I can display all the art that I do. in the studio and have a cool little backdrop. So that's kind of what I'm working on. This is awesome. And of course I have a third one to do right up there, right there is my third one. What am I gonna do? Can you guess what it is? Will you put it in the comments and see if you're right? And the winner gets acknowledgement. Yeah, that's about all I got for you. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, do the whole thing. Like the video, subscribe, and there's a little notification bell that'll ding, ding, ding. It'll let you know whenever I post a video. So do that, and I'll see you next time. Hell yeah.